Hi, I'm Neil.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
Welcome
aboard,
Echo
Echo
Echo.
Echo.
Taking photos as well. One of the cool things about this place is that there's always something going on. I don't normally take pictures of toilet doors, but here we go. So coming up, we've got a potluck dinner this Sunday. There's a Thanksgiving party, and the Marina puts so much on. They with the Thanksgiving thing, that all drinks and food are supplied, as well as that 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. There's a cocktail hour, 2 hours, 5 till 7 up in the clubhouse, and again the Marina puts on all the booze for that, and the Marina residents all bring snacks and so on, and it's a great time because just about everybody gets involved in it, and we've met so many fantastic people. Don't you hate it when people do that?
You know what?
I came in here expecting to see awnings on the floor, a hive of activity like a Chinese sweatshop, and I just see people rolling about on the floor.
This is a pre-sewing stretch. This is pre-stretch, pre-sewing yoga, right?
Most important.
Because when you're on your hands and knees for the whole time.
The fact that you can even do that's just unnatural.
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Let's see. Hi there. Hi, Jeanette. How are you?
What is the yoga class sewing?
Well, this is I'm calling this the pre-sewing stretch out. Because I hurt so bad from yesterday that,
really?
You know, just my back and everything and my knees. Yeah, I was it just was a long day. I'm sorry if I was very grumpy. Are you still filming?
I am. I was actually just thinking, I was contemplating getting a sewing machine and doing some of my own stuff, but clearly I don't have the prerequisites because I can't get my leg up.
Use the seal right. You can't. You've got to be able to get over and touch your toes. But once you start sewing, your flexibility will increase.
That must be the tip. Groceries. A bit different to a normal lifestyle. I don't have a car with a big boot or trunk at the back of it, so I have to take a backpack with me. The trip involves a walk up to the clubhouse, and then I get to the clubhouse. Hopefully there'll be a push bike there for me, and then it's about a mile and a half cycle to the shop. We're there. So probably takes a bit more time than it might back home, but then we don't buy as much, so it's not so much of a problem, and it's a bit of exercise, nice way of getting it about. Unfortunately for me today, there's two bikes. I get a choice, a blue one or a super colourful one. I think I'll try the super colourful one. I haven't taken that one for a ride before. When we arrived in Brunswick at the Marina, they told us they had push bikes that we could use. They pulled out a map of the inner Brunswick area, showed us where the town was, and put a great big circle around 90% of the map. And they said, don't go there. And I asked the question, you know, why is that? And the office lady mentioned that, well, there's a street there called Martin Luther King Boulevard, and that should give you some idea. I guess I've always been the sort of person, tell me not to do something and I want to go and find out why. So I've spent quite a bit of my time while I've been in Brunswick cycling through the area of which MLK Boulevard consists. And I got to admit, I wouldn't want to go there at 3 o'clock in the morning, but during the day it's fine. I think it's probably representative of a fair amount of small town USA. And I'm going through there now as I'm going towards the grocery shop to get my groceries. So we'll have a look. I'll just keep the camera on for some part of it, and we can see what this no-go zone is all about. lovely older homes in the historical district. This one's a gem, just love that. You can see the trees, just glorious. It's early morning in Brunswick, landing Marina. This is a marina that's frequented by an awful lot of birds, and it's about 2 weeks since I last hosed the deck, cleaned it properly. It was absolutely immaculate, lovely job. Now let's have a look at it. As I say, 2 weeks later. There's even been a bird that sits on our arch at the stern, that one over there, looks down below, waits until it makes eye contact with me, and then once it's sure it's got eye contact, it lets one go. It's just a bizarre thing. But anyway, I think today I'll be cleaning the deck again. Here's hopefully some footage of the bird problems that we have in Brunswick. I hope you can see this. There's just hundreds and hundreds of these things landing all over the boats. They've gorged themselves on the berries that are in the trees just on the foreshore. Now they're looking for nice high places where they can sit and crap on everything. It's just... Now I'm going to go and rattle them and get them off my boat. Look at that. What a cheek. We're getting ready to leave Brunswick after a number of months, and as so often with these things, there's a snag. Our chart plotter is showing nothing but sand. Not a good thing. Very difficult navigating down the ICW without a chart plotter. So, what do we do when something like that happens? We get on the phone to Ray Marine and we listen to their... Your call is important to us, but we can't get to you right now, and we're up to 22.5 minutes so far. Go Ray Marine! Let's hope we get something through soon.
Does everything look like it's working okay now?
So just going through this, yeah, everything looks like it's absolutely fantastic.
Yep. Okay, yep, no, everything looks fine. Everything is reading at the moment, so it looks like we're all stations go again. We can move the boat. Yes, okay.
I need to create a ticket number for this call.
Yes.
Just
Yes. Okay, yep, yes, okay, that's fine. Thank you.
So the issue was one of those cables was fed into a port which appears to have malfunctioned. So the support advice from Ray Marine was to move that cable from a potentially malfunctioning port, which is indicated by lights not being on, put it into one that one of the others, and hey presto, it worked. So one of the things that's been giving us grief since we bought the boat, and it was always a concern, was this setup, because we'd be going across a bar entrance or into a tricky piece of navigation, and the chart plotter out in the cockpit would decide to not work anymore. It just randomly would stop, and we'd have to reboot the system, which is fine if you're not needing it for anything critical, but to reboot it in an emergency situation is quite difficult. So anyway, it's all go now. Except I'm not real good at this yet, so often it's the case of, oh, can you do that again? Can you do that again? It happens whenever we're making our own home porn movies. It's like, oh damn, I didn't have the camera on. Can you start that again?
He's just joking.
Yeah. Well, it's nice meeting you, and
safe travel.
yeah, you too.
Voyage.
Okay, and we're going to head off. We're going to get fuel though, so we're going to.
Yeah.
You're almost there.
Oh, we have a 5-minute trip, and then
You got 2 hours before that.
Yeah.
That's the first passage.
And then we'll have to see how far we go
I think
before
the
the
high
weather
tide
turns.
is like at 1:30, so you'll get it going.
We get going through that
It's
Jekyll
on the
Creek.
phone.
I've never been able to work out intuitively if the tides come in and whether it's, you know, which way it's going on any part of the ICW.
Well, it changes
because it'll come in one way and then it'll go north there and south there.
Yes.
I'm
So
just talking
it's-
about here. I don't know about that. I only looked up this little area.
Well, hopefully Jekyll Creek's not too low when we go through, because we don't want to have to hit the ground again like we did the first time we went on Jekyll Creek.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's it.
I'll go and
Then you anchor.
do my bit.
Okay, well, at least the engine started.
Cleaning your teeth there.
This is amazing stuff. We need to buy another bottle before it gets stale.
I think there's something slightly obsessive about that picture.
Getting rid of the rust. Preventing the rust from happening.
The problem is, after that it makes my toothpaste taste funny.